On a quiet morning in 1994, something happened at a small school in Zimbabwe that still hasn't been explained. Not by scientists, not by investigators, not even by the people who were there. Because over 60 children all claimed they saw the same thing, something in the sky that came down and watched them, and what they described next is what makes this case so disturbing. The Ariel School sat just outside Rua, a quiet town in Zimbabwe. It was a clear morning, warm, still, ordinary. The teachers were inside the school buildings attending a meeting, and outside, around 60 children were left alone during their break. They ran across the field, played near the trees, completely unaware that something unusual was about to happen. There were no adults watching, just open land and silence. It started with a movement in the distance. Some of the children noticed a strange object hovering just beyond the trees. A metallic shape reflecting the sunlight. It didn't make a sound. It didn't behave like anything they had seen before. Then suddenly, it moved, fast but controlled, and then it descended, lower, closer, until it appeared to land just beyond the school grounds. What happened next is where the stories become harder to explain. The children said figures emerged from the object, small, thin, not quite human, with large dark eyes. Some of them stood still, watching. Others moved, almost gliding across the ground. Several children later said the beings didn't speak out loud, but somehow they understood them, not as words, but as thought, images placed directly into their minds. Messages about the future, about technology, about something going wrong. Many of the children felt fear. Others described it as confusion, or something they couldn't fully explain. When the teachers returned, they found the children trying to explain what had just happened. At first it sounded like imagination, but something didn't add up. The children were separated and interviewed individually, and yet the details stayed the same. The object, the figures, even the way they moved. Many of the children drew what they saw, and those drawings were almost identical, not just in shape but in detail. The case quickly gained attention. Psychologists and researchers travelled to the school to speak with the children directly. One of them was Harvard psychiatrist John Mack. He carefully interviewed several of the children, looking for signs of influence or fabrication, but he found none. The children were consistent, calm but certain. And even years later, many of them still stand by what they saw, not as a story, but as something that really happened. So what really happened on that quiet morning in 1994? Was it imagination, coincidence, or something far more difficult to explain? Over 60 children saw something they described the same way again and again. And decades later, no one has been able to fully explain it. The question is, what did they really see? If you enjoyed this video, maybe like and subscribe. Until next time, stay curious.